station. If you're here for the first time, welcome. Hit subscribe, the notification bell, so you always see me going live walking. Come walk with me. It is my birthday today. It is my birthday walk. Busy day, and I'm celebrating health and gratitude today. So had a busy day. I'm self-employed, and then had to do some birthday stuff. I actually bought my cake. Haven't had any of it yet. Got taken out for dinner tonight. Good friend. Legal Seafood is amazing. Big shout out. And very interesting. So I wanted to talk. I want to fit my walk in. I wasn't sure if the track was going to be lit. It's late, it's almost 9 o'clock here, but I wanted to get it in. And it's always good to walk after you eat. I did have Soul tonight. It was great. And they insisted on giving me dessert. So I said, okay, some bonbons. And like I said, traditionally I buy cake. So I'm trying to, I would stay focused on keto, paleo. Obviously during the birthday time, I screwed up a little bit. And tonight was interesting. And I think that everything happens for a reason. So first of all, traditionally, birthdays were a big deal in my house. And I lost mom and dad, right? And parents were my heroes. Mom will be about 3 years in September. And she always get cakes for our birthdays, and her own and dad's and everybody's, at this bakery called the Royal Pastry Shop in town. Always a rum cake and have our name on it. So far, I've always been lucky, and I would always order it. There was always even one left. Today was not the case. It was sold out. But they had a cake like it, but it wasn't rum. So yellow cake. So I took it, and they put my name on it. Like I said, I haven't had it yet, but it's a tradition. And every single time I get a cake from there, it feels like my parents are with me, right? And I try to celebrate their birthdays. Matter of fact, I just bought my lottery tickets, as I always do. I play my birthday, their birthdays, the day they died. Actually comes out a lot. And both my parents died 2 weeks before their birthdays. So I'm kind of having a wellness gratitude night, and I can't make this up. It's amazing how things happen. And if you can relate to this, I'd love to hear from you. So a friend of mine grew up with, knew her dad, knew her family. Julie took me out to eat, and we were talking, and there was two ladies sitting next to us at the bar, and they started a conversation with her, and they were talking about her jacket. Somehow she talked about her dad or something, being Julie. Julie lost her dad a bunch of years ago. And the woman said, our dad's in hospice right now, and one of them lives in Colorado, used to live here, and they're like half sisters. And she's like, I'm staying here indefinitely. And they start crying and kind of opening up to us. And they were in a conversation, and I'm listening to this, and I'm like, this is so crazy how, like, all the things, I don't think anything happens by accident. Like, we're supposed to meet them, right? And I told them that I go walking and talking about my health and about my grief as well, and how it's helped me. And I was telling them, like, wow. And I don't know how it all came up, but we were talking about, Julie was talking about her dad, where she would smell like a cigarette, like a Parliament cigarette, remind her of him, because he used to smoke cigarettes every once in a while, saying, oh, well, that's dad. And there are different things that trigger you to remember your parents. And, today, like I said, I'm celebrating my birthday, and I had to get that cake, because what I really want is them, right? And I know that they're still with me in a different place. So I was telling them that whatever the process is you're going to go through, it's going to be just that they will still be with you and not alone. So with that said, we were talking about, like, Julie was talking about her dad and how she smelled a cigarette, reminded of her dad, and that different things trigger, and it just doesn't go away. So I opened up and I shared with them something that came to me. A couple of things I said. I said, first of all, take all the pictures you can take, video you can take, because he's in hospice, he's going to go. Some people don't want that. I found it to be helpful, right, to do that. So I told him that. And then I said, I don't know what it is. And Julie triggered this with the problem with cigarette. Hello there. Hello, Damon Duncan. Hello. So let me know where you're from. This is for 18 years old and above. You can relate to this. This is my wellness quest, keeping things healthy, even on my birthday, where I did cheat off of my keto and all that. And it is what it is. So I just want to talk as I walk. So come walk me wherever you are in the world. So I find this to be so therapeutic for so many things, and also keep me accountable for so many things. And there's so many serendipities to life. And as they were sharing about parents, there's so much part of you. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the relationship is with your parents, whether it's dysfunctional, whatever it is, there's so much part of you. And when they pass, it's so final, and it does mess you up, right, in a lot of ways. But like I said, I'm really feeling now that they're still with me in a different way. And I had a hard time accepting that when it's your time, because the way it all happened, right? I couldn't believe that because I was not in a good place. I shared that with them. And I told them what I do for work, being a balloon artist, and how I was always a happy person until that happened. Like, I'd be driving down the road after an event and crying because I wasn't happy, right? So with them being there, my birthday, and with the anniversary of my mom coming up, which is going to be September 17th, and her birthday, it just brings it all back because as to what I was going through and hearing their stories. So I'm just walking around them over here. And so I was sharing a couple things that came to me before mom and dad died. Mom died. Dad was another story too. Both of them I kind of talked and didn't know how to handle it, but figured it out. So sometimes there's things that you ask the universe for and they just happen. And just like these two gals tonight, that wasn't an accident. They were sitting next to us. I was already thinking like this. And all of a sudden they're sharing with us that their dad's in hospice and what they're going through. And I was already in celebration mode of my birthday, right? But also the big deal about that was, the cake, which I always get. I get the cake for my mom's birthday, my dad's birthday, and all that. And because it's a symbol of sort of being with them, right? So we were talking about celebrating things and different other things and all that, and just lots of good stuff. These gals were kind of emotional, and they were really deep, what they were saying. It was really interesting. So anyway, there's a lot more details to it. And like I said, today was a good day. It wasn't a bad day, but it's just a reminder of, hey, it's my birthday, and what can I do to share with people? I was telling the gals about the Ronald McDonald House I've been talking about. I said there's always something positive out of something, and there always is. And even though it's hard and you're having your moments and some things just doesn't seem right, it's still your wellness, whether it's mental, physical, whatever. And you are drawn to certain people at different times, and we're supposed to be sitting next to them for a reason. So I share with them. So my mom was Armenian. My dad was Jewish. My mom converted to get married, right? And my father's mother told my mom that she was special because she was born during the Jewish New Year, and that changes every year. So what they do is they cut up an apple and dip it in honey to have a sweet year. Then when my mom died, I was telling this to the ladies tonight, I don't know why. We would have helva as a kid. My mom would buy it from the grocery store. I always loved it. It's sesame seed sweetened. There's different flavors and stuff. And I said, I want helva. I don't know why. So I started Googling, and it did say a lot of people, when they have a loss at a funeral, they give that away because you're going through bitterness. You need something sweet. And it was like, where'd that come from? I'm driving down the road thinking about it, and I went home and Googled it. And I told that to the ladies tonight when Julie was speaking about the Parliament cigarettes, reminding her of her dad. I said, there might be something special like that. I go, I don't know. I didn't know why I told them that, because that's kind of deep, and kind of different. But I felt comfortable telling them that. In your own way, it was my own way of celebrating with my mom and kind of making everything complete. And I was hoping that would help them to think of something. They're being pretty positive. One of the sisters was crying a lot, like I said. The other one, but they both were pretty positive. They understand that it's the end of life, and they want to kind of still celebrate, but, it's still tough. Anyway, I just said, I hope that you get some kind of a vision like that. So what I did was, after my mom's funeral, I served that at the restaurant and talked about it. It was a way of bringing it together. And that wasn't an accident. It came to me like this. I don't know where the helva came from in my mind, because it was like deep there somewhere, and it just came together. So I don't know how to explain it, but I will tell you this. Nothing happens by accident, right? I don't hear what people say. They want to challenge me on that. Challenge me. But if you're here watching this, I think you can relate. Have you ever thought about somebody you haven't seen in 20 years or 10 years, whatever, and a day or two later they call you, you bump into them? They say those are the energy vibrations that attract like thoughts and bring them back to you, right? So I don't think anything happens by accident. Those ladies, we were supposed to talk tonight, and for whatever reason, I was told that on my birthday, right? And like I said, it felt good to do that. And then I share with them the Ronald McDonald story for the Ronald McDonald House about how I was in Vegas last week hearing the stories of the kids. I spoke about that last night. I spoke to the gal, Eileen, at the Ronald McDonald House, and how, yes, we all have our own issues, our own grievings, our own stuff, but here there's kids. One kid died, she told me about it. I was like, wow. And the story was like really, and I shared that with her, and I shared that with the lady tonight. And I said, how many people are going to meet a balloon artist? And I said, I'm a balloon artist. It does sound funny to people. It's unique. But I'm in a business that makes people happy. And if you're not happy, what are you going to do? Hello there. Hello, Raquel, I think it is. Hello. Amos, hello. Oh, from Brazil. Very nice. Welcome. I have a lot of Brazilian friends. Obrigado. No, bom dia. Boa noite. I go to the Brazilian barbecue all the time called Fogo de Chao. I love it. We have a lot of Brazilians here in Boston. Nice people. So, anyway, it's my birthday walk. It's my gratitude. Okay? Every day is not perfect of this thing called life, from your health, your physical health. Yes, I almost died taking Advil. I vomited blood. It went through me in 2 different ways. And I was on Nexium for 10 years. And with side effects, I'm off of it all. And yes, some of this high-impact ginger, turmeric, and muscadine work with naturopaths. And it helps with so many things. I talk about that all the time. And even people that go through grieving or depression or whatever it is, a lot of times, yes, there are things that happen, but a lot of times you need nutrition to help you feel better, believe it or not, like B vitamins or like magnesium and things like that. And it pays and helps to talk as well, right? So there's so many different serendipities. But at the end of the day, like I said, my birthday was good and it felt good. I felt like I want to say, some kind of animal was just there. I want to say the right word is the custom of always having the birthday cake, no matter what, right? Of my birthday, my parents' birthday, whatever, was his mom would buy the cake, was mom and dad being with me on my birthday, right? And then hearing these 2 ladies who have their dad in hospice right now. I don't know how long he has to live, going through what they're going through. And they were sitting right next to us at dinner, right? I think I was supposed to talk to them and listen, and we did. So I think that's amazing. I think it's great to share stories. You don't know who it touches. I think YouTube is amazing because I can get it out of me, right? And I hope I touch one of you that's listening and that you can relate. And I do want to hear from you guys because everybody has stuff. And we all know after COVID, when nobody was talking to anybody and nobody was socializing, that we needed to do that. I know it's in the news a lot right now, but it's really true. So whatever you have to do to be around people, you know, you need to. AI can't replace that. AI is not going to replace people. I mean, let's hope not. At least emotions and feelings and things that you need to discuss, right? It's just not going to do that. So we all should, like I said, celebrate. And yeah, it's my birthday today, and here I am. Say, come walk with me wherever you're on the world. I got mine in. It's past 9 o'clock. Yes, it's lit up on my track. There's people walking here, see? Some people walking here. I wasn't sure if they would be, because sometimes the light's not on, but there's no game here. It's not on. But I got it in. I had a great day, and I'm grateful. So come join me. Come walk with me around the world. Hit subscribe, the notification bell. My goal was to hit 250 on my birthday. It's today. Help me out, right? But only if this is resonating to you or close. But again, I want the right people to hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell that are really serious about their wellness. And I want to hear from you if you're relating to anything I'm saying here, and if this inspires you to do your wellness YouTube station as well. I also offer a complimentary health survey that I'm not a doctor, I'm making claims. It goes through hard tissue, soft tissue, sugar, and digestion. It was made by Naturopath 500. It gets to the root cause of what's happening. It's eye-opening. And I run a wellness quest. There'll be a new one in the fall. Totally complimentary. The more the merrier. Just like I met people tonight. You don't know who you can touch, and you don't know what that does for you in terms of keeping you moving, because we all need each other, like I said. So come join me. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if it's your birthday today, let me know. Happy birthday. And thank you guys so much. And it was a great birthday for me. You guys take care, over and out, and I will see you guys tomorrow.